Hi, everybody. My name's Brenda, and welcome to TangleBreak. Today, we're going to do this tile using the tangles foundabout, avreal, doodah, and orbs. We're going to be using the 8 basic steps of the Zentangle Method. Step number 1 is gratitude and appreciation. I'm thankful for the time that we have to take a break from our day to relax and draw. And the supplies that we're going to use are a Micron 08 black pen, a pencil, a Tortillon, and a 3.5-inch white tile. And this tile was inspired by project pack number 25 from Zentangle headquarters. So let's get started. So grab your pencil and your tile, and step number 2 is the corner dots. Step number 3 is the border. Okay, now switch and get your pen, and we're going to do the Tangle avreal. So I'm doing a dot halfway along the bottom and halfway on the side and connecting the dots. Then I'm going to make a dot halfway of each of those spaces and connect the dots. Okay, I'm going to turn my tile, and now I'm going to make an X. And then I'm going to go all the way across, making X's and having them touch. I'm going to turn my tile so I can do the other direction. And then just picture where it would go off the tile. And I'm just going to let that one line be all the way off. Okay, the next step is we're going to make a line down the center of these diamond shapes. Okay, now I'm going to turn my tile to make it easier and so that you can still see what I'm doing. And I'm going to aura one side of the little diamond area, aura the center line just on one side. And just let it go off the tile. Okay, now I'm going to aura the whole line that we started with on both sides. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is put in these little bands all the way across. Just a little line, and it's like little bands all the way. And we'll do it on both sides. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to aura going in this direction, going long ways. And you're going to draw underneath the diamond shapes that we made. Okay, we're going to do the bottom one. I think I'm going to turn my tile just to make it easier to see. I think it's easier to aura underneath so you can see your pen easier. Okay, so that's avreal. Now we're going to do the tangle foundabout. I'm going to start in the middle here and make a stem. Come back down. I'm going to go about halfway up the stem and make one going in the other direction. And I'm just going to zigzag like this, going from the middle, back and forth, all the way to the top. Go into the middle of this one, making a stem, coming back, and I'm going to do probably two more. And it's going to go across the pencil mark, the pencil border. And that's why we did it in pencil. It's fine. Okay, the next step is we're going to go to a point, and you'll see we're going to go in and then out around. So come to a point, go in, out, around, and back in. So we'll just do it again. It's almost like a S. A little bit of a S coming back in around. Okay, now this is the fun part of doing it backwards. So now you're going the opposite direction and coming back in. Going in, out, around. And we'll do it to the top one. In, out, around. And now we're going to make them interconnect with each other. Okay, so what we're going to do is start, and we're going to come, we want to go from here behind the next one. So we're coming out and then aiming for the bottom. And so then we're going to go to this side, come out, around. You're going underneath, and you would be aiming for the bottom. On this side, you're going underneath, drawing underneath. So you just picture where it's at and then come aiming for the bottom. And then this one comes out, aiming for where the bottom would be. And then we're going to see, nope, we're going to go to this one because we're going to do it in order. And then come out to this one and aim to where it would come around to the bottom. I love this. This is foundabout. Now we're going to make a ladybug at where the stem comes out of the center. So you see I aimed for where the stem came out, the next stem came out, and I'm making a ladybug, and then I'm making it go all the way around. So you see where the stem is connected? Make a ladybug, fill it in, and then draw all the way around. So right there where the stem is, coming from the other one. And then we'll go on the other side of this and just fill in this little circle area. Okay, keep doing this all the way to the top. And then your last little one here up the top, my little ladybug, and then coming around on the other side to fill it in. All right, now we're going to aura the circle that we just made underneath. And I'm going to go all the way around it, drawing underneath the stem. Okay, I love the effect of how it interconnects. Okay, so now let's go ahead and add some leaves. So we're going to make some more stems coming out and back in. Just pick a place where you like. I'm doing them on both sides. We're making the stems and then we'll make the leaves. Different sizes are fine. Different lengths. It'll all blend. Okay, so now let's go. I'm just going to stick with 4. Let's go ahead and make the leaf shape. So start at the point and just come around. You're going underneath the foundabout. Just sort of a wavy little bit of a line. Coming around, coming out and in. Just a nice little leaf shape. And then picture where it's underneath. And then one more here. Okay, now to make the veins on the leaves, we're going to use a tangle called doodah. And you just draw from the top, but don't go all the way. And then from the bottom, you're just alternating the lines. They connect at either one side or the other, and it makes like a zipper effect. I love it. So you see I'm going little lines. They don't go all the way to the edge, and they interact with each other. So almost to the end and then not. All the way, just alternating. And it's such a cool effect. And it's so simple. You're just drawing a line from each side, and you don't go to the other side. You leave a little space. And that's it. That's doodah. So let's do all the leaves like this. I'm just starting at the middle. You can do it however you want to do it. I find it easier to start at the middle and then work out in either direction. And see, this tangle doodah allows you to fill in any size space because each side of the leaf is not the exact same, but it blends in so well. All right. Isn't that neat? Okay, let's do this side. See, this one, it's got a long side. Let's start the little one. And then it's going back and forth. And then the next leaf has a very wide side, so you'll really see it. How you're going back and forth. Such a cool design. And it's perfect for this little leaf pattern here. And then one more side. Okay, now let's go ahead and make some orbs just to give it a little more detail. And then where there's a little gap or space between your orbs, just fill it in. I'm just looking at all the crevices and just putting a little bit here and there. Okay, just turn your tile to make it easier. And then I see a little space behind the foundabout. Just fill it in. Okay. So next, let's have the stem go out the bottom here. So it looks like the avreal is like almost like a ribbon holding it down. And then let's go across the pencil border that we made. Okay, I want to make a double border. So let's put some dots on the inner corners all the way around. And then we'll connect the dots to make an inner border. And then when you get to parts of the tangle, just draw underneath. So it'll look like the tangle is coming out of the picture on top of the border. All right, that's looking good. So now it's time for step 6 to shade. So grab your pencil and let's go back down here to the avreal that we made first and just do the left side of the diamonds. I'm going to put the camera so that you can see more of the tile. Okay, now I'm going to go around the aura that we made around the ladybugs and around the stem of the foundabout. It'll take a little bit of time, but it's worth it. Just going around that outer aura. Okay, then around the foundabout. So it will look like it's a layer above the leaves and the little orbs we made. Okay, now along the leaves, I'm going to shade on both sides of the stem. And along the outside edge of the leaves. Okay, I'm going to put a little dot in each of the orbs just to give it a little detail here. And then on the inner area around the frame. the inside edge of the frame, and then along the outside of avreal that we did. And then along the little stem that comes out, and then finish the inside frame. All right, so grab your tortillon and let's smooth all the pencil marks just to give it a nice shadow look. And on the inside of the frame, I like to do little circles and just bring the pencil out a little bit. Bring the shadow out from the frame just a little bit. See, it's a nice little effect. Okay, now go all around the foundabout and the leaves and the orbs, and just smooth in all the pencil. All right. Let me pull the camera out a little bit more so you can see more of the whole tile. All right. So now it's time for step 7, initial and sign. Grab your pen and choose a place to put your initials or your chop, and then turn it over on the back and sign your artwork. And this is TangleBreak 2026. And what we did today, foundabout, avreal, doodah, and orbs. And step 8 is appreciate again. And I really enjoy the tangles and everything we did. And I hope you enjoyed our break today. Bye for now.